What's going on, Facebook? Decided to do a spontaneous live today. We're going to talk about 3 proverbs that you must know when it comes to your money. So I'm just going to give it a minute or so before we go live. So as you can see here, we are going to do our whiteboard. We're going to work on the whiteboard today because I love writing on the whiteboard and just teaching that way. So it's going to be good. I'm just going to wait like a minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday. I know for me, I definitely enjoyed my Monday, and it's been productive. If you guys are watching like the replay or something, just let me know how your Monday's been going. For me, it's going to be a busy week, but it's going to be good, it's going to be productive, and we're going to get lots done. Alright, I'm going to get right into it because we want to manage our time wisely and get in and out with the content and just give value as much as possible. So let's get right to it. Proverbs 21 verse 20 says, "Precious treasure and oil are in a wise man's dwelling, but a foolish man devours it." Now, I like the other translation and the NLT translation, and it says, "The wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend whatever they get." So we notice 2 things in this verse. 2 things. Jot this down. The wise steward and build wealth and store their oil, but fools spend whatever they get. Okay? I know what it was like being a fool back in the day, where I was spending money frivolously. I was spending it on drugs. I was spending it on the stereo system for my car. I got subs. I got everything. I was so bad with money, and I never had money, or I can never account for the money that I had. At the end of the month, I was always negative. I couldn't show for my money, so I had poor money management skills. So we see in this scripture here, and I'm gonna add another point to this. So the first thing we notice is steward. So we have to steward your treasure. That's the first thing you have to do. But I also want to add on here, build wealth. See, the problem is we're never taught in school, college. We're never taught to learn how to manage money, to build wealth. We have no classes, no instruction on how to build wealth and manage our money, and that is why so many people struggle with their finances. And this is why I'm coming in, because I want to show you the biblical principles on how to manage your money so that you can actually build wealth and leave a legacy for your family. All right, let's go on to the second one. Proverbs 22 verse 7, and it reads, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave to the lender." So what we notice in this verse here is that the rich and the lender come from a position of strength. Now, it sucks being a slave to the lender, right? It sucks being a slave. And so what we notice as well is the borrower is coming from a position of weakness. Listen, when you are a borrower, when you are in debt, when you are paying, multiple credit cards, when you are paying your student loans, you become a slave to those lenders, and you have to get out of that hole quickly. Now, you can either pay them off slowly and take an average of 10 to 20 years to pay off your student loans or any credit card debts or whatever debt you have. You can either take that 10 to 20 years, or you can pay it off as quickly as possible. And I can help you with that. What we do here is we use cash value whole life insurance. And what we do is we fully fund it. Now, if you can't fully fund it, what that means, let me just explain that first. Fully funding your cash value life insurance policy means that you're going to put in, your 5, 10, 15, 20 plus $1,000 into your policy, and then you're going to have immediate cash value within the first 30 days, and you can use that to pay off your debt. And then eventually, after you get out of debt, you can start using that money to build wealth. So invest in, your real estate, your storage facilities, things that pay you every single month. So you have to get out of debt, and that is point number 2. But I want to emphasize this. When you are a borrower, you become a slave. Who wants to become a slave financially? Because when you become a slave financially, you have so many troubles and burdens that press and weigh on you, and nobody wants that. So get out of debt. Now, getting out of debt isn't everything. Let me just say that. Because when you get out of debt, guess what? You're still at zero. So you're going to put all this effort and time and money into getting out of debt. And what sucks is that you are going to be at zero, which is why you need a vehicle such as cash value life insurance policies, where you can start using that money over and over to invest in assets. So get out of debt as quickly as possible. Proverbs 21:26, and it says, all day long he craves and craves, but the righteous gives and does not hold back. Now you see from this verse that the man who craves is greedy. He's greedy and wants for himself personal gains. So we don't want to be that person. We don't want to be greedy. We don't want to crave and desire things for ourselves. We want to be generous. And the Lord loves a generous heart. But those who are righteous give, and they don't hold back when they give. If that's you, if you want to be the kind of person who gives generously without having to look at your bank account, that's the position we want to be in. So we want to give generously. Give generously. So these Proverbs from King Solomon, who was the wisest and richest man who ever lived, he knew what he was talking about. And I would really encourage you to go study not only all of this right here, all of this, all the good stuff, but study what King Solomon taught here. He's going to teach you a lot about money. And I think it's very important to become financially literate. Okay? So I hope this blesses you. If it does, let me know down in the comments what scripture stood out. And then also comment down below what scripture that you kind of became familiar with when it came to your finances. So thanks for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next live.